Hello YouTube, this is Frank, and this is Friday, October 30th, 2020. And this is my 45th video and my 5th text editor video. And I was going to continue with the TDE 5.1v editor and talk about security and the shell to the OS. And I've this file, I'll zip these files up into this for my on my Google Drive, so if you're interested you can download the source code. And 15 or 20 years ago, I did not know much about the Internet of Things, but today it is a big security concern. And the Carnegie Mellon University, for their C coding standard, they recommend that do not call system, and system is used to create that shell in TDE. And let's just look at the NIST Internet of Things web page and the NIST National Vulnerability Database. And in summary, we're just not going to compile that shell command in TDE. I do have a define in there, so if you do want that command, the user will have to make a conscious effort to turn that command on. And this is what I mean by the Internet of Things. This is a Raspberry Pi Zero, and I've got some projects that I want to do with the Raspberry Pi Zero, and it may be connected to the internet, but I do not want an attacker to get access to to get access through the Raspberry Pi into my local network. So let's just see what we've got here. This is the NIST's web page on the Internet of Things. They have some good information here, publications, and this is one of the publications that they have. Who's responsible for that, for privacy and security for those Internet of Things? There's not a whole lot of guidelines that have been adopted, and it's kind of unclear on where that responsibility lies for privacy and security. In summary, I've got I've got a little Raspberry Pi that I want to use for Internet of Things. I'm just going to, the default is just going to be to turn that off. I want to make that as secure as I can. So let's see. This is that the NIST National Vulnerability Database. And if you just search for arbitrary commands, there's over 9,000 records at this time. And if you scroll down, there's a number of just critical and dangerous things that can happen when somebody can execute arbitrary commands. So let's see here. What have I? So let's see what I'm going the source code is in this directory. Let's just do a listing, and I will show you what I'm talking about with TDE. And this is the source code that has that shell command. I do have some notes here. You can call it, well, the default is going to be just do not allow it, and I'll show you why. So if we were to get us, it's under other, and go down to shell. Okay, now let's do a who am I? I'm just I set up a regular user to do most of my work on this Linux system. So let's exit and let's quit out of here. Now, okay, so who am I? Okay, now I'm still Amber. Now let's try this though. Let's run that as a super user. Normally you can only run one command as the super user. So let's see what happens. Okay, let's go over here to other and go over here to shell. Shell. Now look at this right here. That is a root shell. See, that's the dollar sign right there. So if we were to do a who am I root, that's the root user. The root has complete control over this system now, and that should be scary to anyone. So let's just exit out of here. Exit. Okay, and just quit the editor, and now we're back to Amber, the regular user. Now that is the danger of having a shell in TDE, and those shells were popular back in the 1980s and 1990s. I do not want anything to do with a shell in TDE with an Internet of Things. I just going to turn that off, and if the user wants to have a shell, they will have to make a conscious effort to compile TDE with that shell command. Okay, so now I'm going to go down here. Now this is my virtual box. I'm going to switch over here. Now this is Windows, and let's see what we've got here. This is Putty. That's a utility, so we can do secure shell. And I've got a Raspberry Pi. So let's just secure shell over there to it. And log in as Pi. And the password, let's see, I've got a password on that. I always put a password on my Raspberry Pis. And now on this Raspberry Pi, I've got TDE on there. Well, let's see what we've got here. If we were just a TDE Pi, I'm just going to edit that file right there in TDE on the Raspberry Pi. Let's see, what's the 4B? Okay. Now, if we were to do that same thing again, oops. Go over here to Other, go down to Shell. Now, let's do the who am I? Okay, I'm the Pi user, just a regular user there. So let's get out of here and quit the editor. Okay, now let's do the same thing, the sudo TDE Pi. And let's get us a shell. So under Other, here's the shell right here. There it is. There's the root shell. I am the root user now of this. I can do anything. And see, I logged in as just a regular user, and it did not ask me for the root user's password. I can do anything with the. Let's see, who am I? I'm the root. That should be pretty scary to anybody that wants to use TDE on a little Internet of Things computer. That's why I want to turn the thing off. I don't want anything to do with it. So let's just exit out of here. Okay, now I'm back to a regular user there. So that is what I've got today. I'm going to put this, well, let me see, can I, might be better to switch it. I've got virtual, there's my virtual box right here, and I'm running Ubuntu today, and there it is right here. I'm going to switch over to Ubuntu, and I will zip all of this, all of my, oops, let me just, well, zip all my code there and put it on my Google Drive. And so, I mean, there's a regular user, then there's the problem is sudoing into TDE. You can become a user, the root user, without even trying to break anything, without trying to break any buffer overflows. It's just sitting right there for you. So anyway, I will zip this up and put this on my Google Drive and make that available. So, all right, thank you for watching.